Welcome to today's Explainer. Okay, so we are about to explore a subject that honestly sounds like pure science fiction, but it's actually happening right beneath our feet. Today, we're looking at the mind-blowing reality that massive tectonic forces are slowly but surely creating a brand new body of water. Literally, a sixth ocean right smack in the middle of Africa. We're going to break down exactly how this is happening, what it means for the folks living there today, and how it could completely reshape the entire globe. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll look at the splitting continents, the immediate environmental threats, geopolitical tensions, global trade shifts, and finally, the economic boom. So let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat. Is a new ocean actually forming in Africa? I know, it sounds like an impossible dream, right? Imagining this vast body of water stretching across the African continent, teeming with marine life, connecting up new global trade routes. But I'm here to tell you, this is definitely not a dream. It is a reality in the making. A completely new ocean is actively forming right now, driven by a process that's been underway for millions of years. Section 1, the African continent is splitting. It all starts with plate tectonics. You know, the Earth's crust isn't just one giant solid puzzle piece. It's made up of these massive shifting plates. And in this specific case, the African plate is slowly, relentlessly pulling away from the Somali plate. As these two giant landmasses interact and pull apart from each other, they are fundamentally, literally reshaping the surface of our planet. 2.5 centimeters. To put that into perspective, that's about the length of a paperclip. That is how much the ocean floor is spreading apart every single year. It's a really slow, steady, incredibly gradual timeline. But, as we're going to see, this seemingly tiny annual shift of just 2.5 centimeters is driving massive, irreversible changes that are going to impact millions of lives. Let's break down the mechanics of this transformation into 3 simple steps. Step 1, the African and Somali plates move apart. Step 2, as they separate, a massive rift is carved right into the Earth, creating this huge, deep basin. And finally, step 3, eventually this giant new basin will completely fill with water just rushing in from the Indian Ocean. It's a beautifully simple process, but it results in an unbelievably profound geographic change. Moving on to Section 2, immediate risks and environmental threats. To understand the full picture here, we really have to weigh 2 contrasting realities. On one hand, you've got severe, destructive risks, things like displacement and environmental loss. But on the other hand, you have massive economic rewards, like new trade routes and a booming tourism industry. We're going to dive into those rewards a bit later, but first we absolutely need to take a close look at those destructive risks. And wow, the threats to local communities and ecosystems are pretty sobering. The sudden formation of a new ocean leads to widespread displacement. We're talking about the destruction of homes and livelihoods as the ground literally gives way beneath people's feet. Plus, there's a sudden influx of salt water that could entirely devastate existing fresh water sources, which absolutely threatens the regional plants and animals that rely on them. And if that wasn't enough, with completely brand new coastlines, the region suddenly becomes vulnerable to increased severe weather and storms making landfall, not to mention the severe coastal erosion from the constant pounding of ocean waves against land that has never faced a tide before. Section 3, redrawing borders and geopolitical tensions. Just take a second and imagine a single country divided into 2 entirely separate landmasses by a newly formed sea. I mean, this poses an absolutely unprecedented geopolitical challenge. Think about it. If your nation is literally split in half by an ocean, which side retains sovereignty? How in the world do you govern a territory that Mother Nature has suddenly snapped in 2? This shifting geography brings up a whole host of complex challenges when it comes to national sovereignty. As the ocean carves out these new coastlines, new islands are going to form, which leads to immediate disputes over who actually claims them. We'll definitely see competing interests and potential tension as nations and companies race to control the super valuable oil and minerals lying right beneath this new ocean floor. And from a security standpoint, well, a new sea creates brand new channels for smuggling and illegal activity, forcing countries to completely rethink how they protect their newly drawn borders. All right, let's look at Section 4, new coastlines and global trade. Now, there is a silver lining to this massive geological event. As one analysis noted, countries on the continent will be better connected to the rest of the world, making it easier to export goods and import resources. By introducing these pristine new coastlines and shipping lanes, Africa is going to be drastically reshaped in how it interacts with the rest of the globe. Because at the end of the day, better connections mean easier exports and way smoother imports. And this translates into some very concrete trade shifts. With new ports popping up on the coast of this new ocean, countries like Kenya and Tanzania will actually be able to ship their agricultural products much more effectively to international markets. South Africa could completely transform into a vital new maritime gateway, connecting directly to Asia and Europe. We're talking about the establishment of entirely new sea routes specifically for cargo ships, passenger ferries, and, yeah, even cruise lines. It's a real game changer that's going to open up massive new markets. Which brings us to Section 5, Job Creation and Economic Boom. The sheer variety of potential job creation here is just remarkable. A brand new ocean teeming with diverse marine life is going to trigger an absolute boom in the fishing industry, creating thousands of jobs for fishermen, processors, and marketers. Then you've got these pristine beaches and unique wildlife that'll draw tourists from all over the world, meaning we'll need new tour guides and resort staff. We're going to need marine biologists and oceanographers to study this entirely new ecosystem. And, of course, building the required ports, marinas, and coastal protection, that's going to employ countless engineers and construction workers in the skilled trades. So when you add all of that up, the big takeaway is super clear. This represents a truly significant boost to the continent's overall economic development. It's really crucial to remember that Africa is home to many of the world's poorest countries. And while the initial growing pains of this tectonic shift are severe and honestly very disruptive, the resulting new ocean has the immense potential to completely transform the economic trajectory of the entire continent, bringing in incredible new life and prosperity. To wrap up, I want to leave you with this final kind of provocative thought. As we watch an entirely new ocean slowly carve its way through a continent at 2.5 centimeters a year, we are literally witnessing geography being written in real time. So what will a redrawn map of the world ultimately mean for human history? The geopolitical, environmental, and economic impacts are just staggering. I hope this explainer has helped you grasp the profound reality of our changing planet. Keep learning, keep questioning, and continue to delve into the countless possibilities of Mother Nature.